Hi there, Diecast fans. What we have here is a 2010 Chevrolet Camaro SSRS made by Maisto in 1:18 scale. Most people, I think, are very familiar with this diecast model, especially with the movie Transformers as it was portrayed by Bumblebee. So the car was very popular. I wanted one, and Maisto was selling the yellow ones. But my luck ran out and all of them were sold, and I was left with this police interceptor, so I have no choice but to grab this diecast or no Camaro at all. Although this is not the type of Camaro SSRS that I really wanted, especially the color. The features of this diecast grew onto me as time goes by, and I was really surprised by the features that it had compared to the ordinary Camaro made by Maisto. As you take a glance at this modern-looking Chevrolet Camaro, it's actually a retro styling. Even Ford Mustang, Dodge Challenger had this approach of retro styling, returning to the origins of the muscle car and then reinventing it and redesigning it to become modern. So this looks like a classic muscle car with a modern touch on it. Now about the diecast livery chosen by Maisto for this police car. Now, I cannot find any state trooper or any police car that serves in any part of the US state had this design. So I think this is a concept of Maisto in their approach, having a police interceptor in this kind of design. Now, they make also some state troopers back then that I cannot recall what kind of diecast cars would that be. Now let's jump right into the exterior quality of this diecast model. So as you can see, let's go to the front part first. As you can see, the headlights right here. It's hardly focusing right there. There's a peg on the headlights and the headlamps, and there's the turn signals or signal lights, the SS badge, and of course the Chevrolet ribbon right there. Now the grille is just texturized. There's really no holes on it. Even the bumper grill right here, no holes, of course. That's just a texturized plastic right here. But still, you got the fog lamps right there. And the engine bay, you got the plastic V8 slab there, says, I think Chevrolet. And the shock mounts, and from the front part, you can see the stickers, warning labels right there. Now, the front tires, really big alloy wheels, if you can see there, but of course it's made out of plastic right there. And the disc brakes and the rotor disc right there, and the caliper, you can see Chevrolet on it, and it's made by Brembo. There's a Brembo sticker right there. So even though this is a police interceptor, Maisto still retain those lovely aftermarket brands right there, just to say that this is a performance muscle car. Now, on the rear part, you can see the plate number there says Rebel Up. I don't know what does that mean. Just take a guess or search into Google. Now, you can see the trunk here and also the Chevrolet ribbon right there, the gold ribbon, and the SS badge right there, just to say that this is an SS model. Now, you can open, of course, the trunk. Really small trunk right there. It's just a big plastic shallow interior on it, and as you can see, the brake lights right there made out of separate plastic, so that's really quite nice, even though they're low budget and has a peg on it. I think that will be the reverse lights, but I think that's a painted one, and chrome exhaust tips, and I think this is the diffuser. Still a very detailed rear for a budget model. Now, moving to the interior, first we have to open the doors. Actually, the doors here are really tight and really snappy since they start using the spring type flat sheet metal on it, and they stop using the dogleg hinges. Dogleg hinges tends to fall apart and tends to misalign with the body as you open it more often. This is more snappy and really looks realistic when you try to open the doors. This is a more realistic approach, opening a diecast model doors. So we can see the interior right here. dashboard, and I think that will be the computer for the police officers right there. It's an automatic transmission. You can see the gauge, the steering wheel, and the door cards. All of them are in black with no paints on it, but still the diecast molding is quite really nice for a diecast, for this low-end diecast model. And looking closer to the center console, I think that will be a two-way or CB radio right there. And if you take a closer look on the rear seats, you could see a gun rack there, and onto that gun rack are two armaments right there. I think that will be an M4 rifle there, and near the driver's seat I think is a pump action shotgun. So this diecast really portrays that this is a for the law enforcers, and for me that's a very nice and unique touch, just to say that this diecast is I think armed to the teeth. Now you've just heard the positive features and all the surprising details of this diecast. For a budget model, it really is fantastic. Now let's go to the minor issues, or let's say a bit minor and a bit major on it. So let's go to the paint quality of this diecast. Now if we go to the rear quarter panel of this, you can see some paint bubbles right there. There you go. You can also consider this a paint rush. Now this is a diecast quality, not a paint issue. Most diecast collectors, enthusiasts said that this is a contamination issue, not because of the diecast itself. So some diecast collectors or manufacturers just consider this as a patina, but not for me. I really don't like paint bubbles on my diecast, but we have to live on this kind of deterioration of the diecast models. Now my verdict for this diecast model: if you are a police car collector of diecast, a muscle car enthusiast, or just a hardcore fan of the Chevrolet Camaro, and you want to add new and something unique to your collection, a Police Interceptor by Maisto is a very good choice. For me, Maisto made an amazing job for this diecast model, even it still had some diecast quality issues. It's chunky and it's big and it's a bit heavy, but you can tell that this really looks like a proper muscle car for the diecast enthusiast. So guys, thank you, and I hope this helps and entertains you at the same time, and have a nice day.